Hello, I'm Blair, and welcome to Cellar Notes. Today we're going to be talking about some South American wines, specifically Trapiche, Argentine wines. I'm glad to have with us Carla Castorina.
Yes, Castorina.
Thank you very much for
Right.
being with us.
Yes.
I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
You are a winemaker, head of public relations and communications for the export department.
Exactly.
Wow, that's a long title. Could you tell us a little bit about your history in the business?
Oh yes, I've been in the business already 7, 8 years. I studied French before enology. I started reading about wine because it's very important traditional wine, part of our culture in Argentina. So I started reading in French about wine. I got very interested, and then I went to France, to Bordeaux, just to know more about wine. So when I came back, I decided to study enology. So I started maybe 8 years ago, and then I worked for a wine consultant company doing the translation French and English of the technical articles to Spanish. And then finally I started working at Trapiche 6 years ago. So I stayed a few years at the winemaking team, and then I started to do also the PR and communication for Trapiche. So that's been more or less the story.
The progression.
Yeah, the progression.
Very nice. Can you tell us a little bit about what exactly the long title means at Trapiche? What exactly are you doing there at Trapiche?
So right now I'm doing both, a little of both. So I'm doing a little of winemaking. Right now is the busiest time of the year, it's the harvest time right now in Argentina getting place. So, but I also do the PR and communication. So I stay at the winery, I participate in the blends with the winemakers team, but I also travel to promote Trapiche's wine all over, a lot of in the US because it's our main market, so they need a lot of support of us. And also Canada and Latin America, Europe a little, so that's today. I try to do both.
Fantastic. You know, I know that Trapiche in Argentina has, you know, great roots, great history with winemaking and wines. Can you tell us a little bit about where Trapiche came from and how that's progressed?
Yes, Trapiche is a winery with a long history in Argentina. It's been in the market for more than 125 years.
Wow.
So it was founded in 1883. And so it's a very successful brand in Argentina and in the world. And it was the first winery also to start producing varietal wines and to start using the varietal name of the grape variety on the labels. So, and that was also the first winery to introduce the oak barrels to Argentina, because before that in the 70s in Argentina, so it was about white wine and red wine, so not any varietal mention on the label. So we were the first winery to introduce the varietal wines and the high-end wines. It's been the most exported wine brand from Argentina since the 70s, and so we are very strong also in our domestic market. So more or less 40% goes for the domestic market and 60% for the export.
Oh,
so
nice. I think a lot of people are familiar with Argentine wines because of the Malbec.
Yes, of course.
And it's very popular here in Lakeville as well. But as you say, now you offer just a huge variety of different varietals. Can you explain a couple of them that we have out here?
Yes, even though Malbec is our flagship grape variety because it has found in Argentina the best weather condition to grow, because it's a continental weather, very little rainfall. So Malbec has a very nice maturation. So it's why everybody likes, because it has very smooth tannin, a lot of fruit. But in Argentina, it's not only Malbec that we have, of course. There's a lot of diverse terroirs from north to south of Argentina, and it's why we are able to produce as many wines as we want to produce. So we have almost all the French grape varieties and Italian. Our flagship white grape variety is Torrontés, so we have in the varietal range Torrontés, also we have in the Brocal range. And it's the only native grape variety from Argentina because it's a natural crossing between Musca and Criolla. Criolla is the original grape variety from Argentina. The Spanish conquerors, when they came to Argentina, they bring the seeds, they plant it, and this is the original. As here in the US is Mission, or in Chile is País. So this natural crossing, the result was Torrontés. So it's why it's the only native grape variety. And then we can mention Bonarda, Brocal Bonarda. Bonarda is the second most cultivated grape variety in Argentina and is the second flagship grape after Malbec. because it's very easy to drink, very lot of fruit and a smooth tannins. So, and we also of course have Cabernet Sauvignon, we have a sparkling wine made with Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, we have a Pinot Noir, 100% Pinot Noir, and Malbec single vineyards as well.
Oh, tell me a little bit about this bottle here. This has an interesting story.
Yes, I think this has been the most successful concept or project ever launched by Trapiche. It was launched in 2005. At Trapiche, we have our own vineyards, 1,000 hectares. I don't know really in acres. I'm sorry. And but we also work together with 200 independent growers. Among these 200, there are 100 that produce Malbec. So every year we receive 100 different Malbec all across Mendoza area. So the idea is to pay homage to the growers because they are very important part of the wine business in Argentina. In Argentina there are 1,000 wineries and 26,000 producers. So that means that every winery depends on the producers. So we wanted to pay homage to them, and it's why with this concept we put their name on the label. So if we see the name, is the name of the grape grower, of the person who is behind the vineyard and working hard to have the best raw material for us. So every year we select the 3 best Malbec among 100. We do a blind tasting in a different step of the winemaking. And then that's the result since 2003, so this is a 5th edition, and they've been very successful wine, having more than 90 points by all the most prestigious wine magazine in the world. So we are very happy with this concept, and everybody just like, it's a Malbec of course, and have to taste it.
That's very nice. We touched a little bit about the growing conditions and why. Are there vast differences in the growing regions that enables Argentina to grow that many different varietals?
Yes, there are. We said at Trapiche our philosophy is the richness of diversity, and it's because we take advantage of the diversity we have in Argentina's territory from north to south. We cover from 22 to 42 degrees of latitude, and it's the same area where we find South Africa, Australia, or New Zealand, or Chile. So it's the right area for growing grapes, and it's very diverse because of the different latitude. We have different weather conditions. So everything is about altitude in Argentina. We don't get any sea influence because the Atlantic Ocean is very far. So we have all the west part of Argentina, right by at the foothills of the Andes, is the continental area where we find all the wine regions. So, for example, Mendoza is located in the central west part of Argentina, and we have different altitudes. And if we go more to the north, then we have to go higher because the temperature it's hotter because we get closer to the equator. So it's why we have to go higher. And if we go southern, near Patagonia area, because we get close to the poles, we don't need to go that high to get the right weather conditions. So it's very diverse, and thanks to that we have so many diverse wines in our portfolio.
Very nice. Tell us a little bit about the future of Trapiche and your future too. What are your plans for the future?
Oh, that's not easy to say and to think about it. But I think one day, of course, I would like to make and to have my own brand, my own wines. So I'm planning to do that in a couple of years. Maybe keeping with Trapiche wines, but also having my own brand. And for Trapiche, I think the future is still in Malbec, because some people say, okay, what's next? We have already heard about Malbec, but I think there's a lot of diversity of Malbec in Argentina, the same as for Sangiovese in Italy, or Tempranillo in Rioja. All is about Tempranillo in Spain. And I think in Malbec, for Trapiche, we have still a lot of work to do with the diversity we have of Malbec, and a lot of investment in vineyards, in new vineyards, new locations in Patagonia, maybe soon.
Good.
And in another wine areas in Argentina that we are discovering right now.
Oh, very nice. I know tonight that you are hosting and presenting at the Wine Academy at the Lakeville Area Art Center. So we're looking forward to that. I'm going to be there for sure.
Me too. I'm looking forward.
If anybody's interested on future Wine Academy events, you can certainly get a hold of the Lakeville Area Art Center. You can check out the City of Lakeville webpage. You can talk to us in the store, or you can friend us on Facebook and get information on upcoming events as well. I want to thank you so much for joining us here today, and I'm really looking forward to this evening.
Yeah, thank you.
And thanks for watching Cellar Notes.